Welcome to Gail's Kitchen. Today we're making one of my all-time favorite cobblers. This is an apricot cherry cornmeal cobbler. It uses 2 cups of cherries, 2 cups of apricots. I'm using canned apricots today. And we're going to make a cornmeal biscuit dough. Cornmeal biscuit dough adds a whole new dimension to this cobbler. I have 2 cups of pitted and sliced cherries. To our cherries, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of flour. And we're going to just toss this around and coat our cherries. And now we're going to set this aside. So let's go ahead and slice our apricots. So you're going to drain them. So just going to slice them sort of like you would a peach. So I've drained these. They were in heavy syrup. So we're not going to place these in any sugar. But if you're using fresh apricots, you want about 2 cups. And you're going to put them in a separate bowl and toss them with 1/3 of a cup of sugar and let them sit for about 15 minutes while we make the biscuit dough. If you have never had apricots and cherries together, you are in for a total treat. For our biscuit dough, we need 1 cup of flour, which I've weighed. To this, we're going to add 1/2 cup of yellow cornmeal. Add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1½ tablespoons of sugar. Now let's just toss this. So to form our dough, we're going to cut in 5 tablespoons of very cold butter. And I stuck my butter in the freezer about 20 minutes ago. So we need 5 tablespoons. And I just go ahead and slice through it both directions. Sometimes it crumbles, so cut it up in smaller pieces anyway, the best you can. Go ahead and toss the dry ingredients and coat that butter, and just go ahead and cut that in. If you want to use your fingers, that's just fine. You just take the piece and keep mashing it like so. So you just keep folding that and cleaning that off. Cut that in. And who doesn't love a cobbler? Let's just cut in just a little more. I have a couple bigger pieces I'm going to break up. So to this, we're just going to stir in some milk. And we'll have our dough, and this cobbler will be in the oven and back out of the oven in no time. So we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of milk. I'm using 1/2 and 1/2. You can use any kind of milk for this dough you want. You can use low fat. You can use heavy whipping cream if that's what you've got. I usually have the 1/2 and 1/2 on hand. And this is just so easy, so easy. Just toss this. I use a fork. Just toss it until the dry ingredients are moistened. Cornmeal biscuit dough. Oh my. It not only adds a different flavor, it adds a little bit of a crunchy texture to the biscuit. So that's good enough. Now let's get our 8x8 pan, and I always take a little bit of butter, just butter the bottom a little, and I'm going to leave the rest of that butter in there. Let's pour in our cherries and apricots. Oh, yum. So we just combined our biscuit dough until it's moistened. And we don't have to do anything else special except kind of spoon this on here. You can just drop it by dollops. Small dollops. Spoon it on here. This Cobbler has so much flavor. And you see, it only takes about 5 minutes to mix. And you don't have to cover this completely. I just don't want it, big thick pieces. You can kind of spread it around if you want. This is how it looks after we spoon on our biscuit dough. We're going to sprinkle 1 teaspoon of sugar on here. Just a little added sweetness to our biscuit. This is going in a 375-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. It'll be bubbling nicely, the kitchen will smell wonderful, and our biscuits will rise and be fluffy. We'll be back. Our Cobbler just came out of the oven. It cooked for 25 minutes. Our biscuits are beautifully golden brown. We're going to let this cool just a little bit. The beautiful thing about a Cobbler is you don't have to wait long to eat it. Just let it cool and set up for 5 or 6 minutes. Throw on a scoop of ice cream. This is so good. Beautiful golden cornmeal biscuit filled with apricots and cherries. It's one of my all-time favorite Cobbler recipes. Please try it and enjoy it.